Hi, I'm Terry Kolath. I'm here today with Deb Rex. She is your resident engagement manager. And we're going to talk about something pretty special she's doing with every single resident at Shell Point. Thank you so much for joining me today,
Terry.
Deb. I've been watching you on Shell Point talking about your survey, and it occurs to me, I've worked here a really, really long time. And as the community has grown, the need for somebody like you has been growing and growing and growing with us, because I kind of know a lot of people. I kind of know the ropes here. If I have a question, I know who to ask. I cannot imagine what it's like to come here to work or to live in this gigantic community that offers so much. And you're right there with new residents, resident engagement manager, to step them along the way. What is that like? What do you do in your role?
I have the privilege, Terry, of meeting the new residents prior to move-in. As part of the framework that I put together, I thought it was really important to meet them prior and get all of their interests, what they're expecting, what are their expectations, and lay the groundwork so that when they are moving in, it's not as stressful. We're there to have everything in place, not just physical things, not just furniture, but also the connections that make a place home.
That is so fabulous and so very important, and something we don't get out in the rest of the world. You know, we move into a new community. I've done it a number of times, and it's like, oh, where is this and where's that? And you have your lists and your questions. Expectations, I like that, because we do have an awful lot to offer here to our new residents. And you have the role of finding out what we actually do offer, which you've been spending a lot of time, you know, getting under your belt, and then making that connection. I have had that connection from you. You've told me about new residents interested in the academy. Some of them are teaching right away. Many of them are taking advantage of the classes, and that's a gift for each of the departments at Shell Point, to be able to tell a lead person what we have to offer. And that's been great. Has it been at all challenging for you to do that connecting? What is there about that makes you so good at it?
As you mentioned earlier, I'm new to Shell Point. I'll be celebrating my year anniversary in the next 2 weeks. But it actually, I thought it might have been a hardship to be new, but it was really a positive experience in the respect that I saw Shell Point as a new person. So I took the first couple months and I explored the community. I met with all of the different departments, including yourself, and I really started to forge relationships and connections with all of the different departments so that I could be that connector for the resident. And then I also met with all of the court representatives, because each neighborhood is different.
Wonderful.
So took the opportunity to meet each court representative and learn about each neighborhood. So all of those components blended together is how I approached building the framework that I have in place, that I mold to each resident depending on what they're what they want.
What a wonderful process you did. That's fabulous. What have you liked the best?
Resident contact.
I know.
It really, every day I learn something new. It's really truly a blessing. It's a privilege. The wisdom that surrounds us here at Shell Point, it's a gift. I really don't consider this a job. It's really coming in every day and having the privilege to serve each of our residents.
So Deb, you've been meeting with new residents, finding out what they're feeling and what they're needing. Now you have a survey that's going to give every resident of Shell Point an opportunity to tell you what you call that a pulse of the community.
Yes, exactly. So we want to hear from every resident. Each resident should take the survey and share with us what they're feeling as far as the different services and the different opportunities that we have here on campus. And then that information will be collected. It is through Holleran, which is a research firm that we have partnered with. The survey is anonymous, so the information will go straight to Holleran. We will receive the information back, and at that time we will collect the data and then present the findings back to the residents, with ultimately having an opportunity to develop action plans from the information that we receive.
That's wonderful. And many of our residents will just go on the link .net, fill it out. But we also wanted to share that we have opportunities for residents who are not so technologically savvy, or maybe have just changed to a different platform. And I wanted to share that with our residents today too, that we have these wonderful resident-led walk-in clinics. And you've made contacts with each of them. They're all expecting possibly a resident to walk in and ask for help. And we have in our current Academy brochure, we have the times for all the different clinics. They're going all through the month of March. We have them for Apple users, we have them for Android users, and we have them for PC computer users.
Awesome.
So anybody can get help, and you can just look in your Academy brochure or online for the times. And when they do this survey and hand it in to you, you have a lot of plans for after that, don't you?
Exactly. We're going to take all of the responses seriously. We want the opportunity to hear what we need to work on, but we also want to hear what works so that we can continue the programming and services that you enjoy. And in addition, I just wanted to mention, Terry, that these clinics are in addition to the regular hours that the computer centers have put aside, both at the Island and at the Woodlands, Monday through Friday. So this is in addition to another opportunity for those that might need a little bit of extra guidance as far as utilizing their device to access the survey.
Right, and the hours of the resident computer centers, Island Tunnel and Woodlands Commons, are listed on the back page of the weekly reminder. Just take a peek if you suddenly think, I want to do this, but I want some help.
Right, exactly.
How much time do they have to do this survey, Debbie? What is your time frame?
There isn't, well, the survey will take them about 20 minutes, but the time frame of the survey, we started yesterday, so excited. We're really getting the surveys rolling in. Our goal is to achieve 75.8%, and I know Shell Point can do it. I said that on our last conversation regarding this, and I know that we can hit that mark. It does go until we gave an ample amount of opportunity to complete it. It will finish on Friday, March the 29th.
Okay. How soon before we get results back and hear information?
I think it probably will be at least a month until we have the opportunity to, the survey company, to compile our information and then for us to receive it back and go through it and then present those significant findings to our resident.
Well, based on how you've been doing so far in your year with us, you get right back to us if a resident wants something. And I think you're the perfect person to take these results into the future of Shell Point. And I thank you on behalf of all Shell Point for what you're doing.
Thank you, and I'd like to thank the residents because really the success of the survey is going to be based upon their participation. And as I said, I'm really hopeful that we're going to have a high return rate, and that is going to really give us the opportunity to make the difference that we want.
Perfect. Don't forget to take your opportunity, do your resident survey.
Thank you.